Hey, my name is Emily Brown, and today I'm going to be presenting my thematic presentation board. My theme is to follow your dreams, and the book I chose was The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Schultznick. This was definitely not the book I would have thought I would have chosen at first after looking at how thick it was. It was so long, or it seemed so long for a children's book. But I'm so glad I did because it has become my favorite children's book that I have read to this day. I really think that personally got out of the book was to follow your dreams, and I think that it's perfectly portrayed in this book because Hugo faces so many trials in his life. He loses his dad. His drunk uncle abandons him. He has to fend for himself at a very, very young age, and he holds on to his dreams to get him through. And his dreams was to finish the automaton that he and his dad discovered, and he just knew that was going to give him the answers he needed. And he also dreamed of one day becoming a magician. And in the end, you see where Hugo achieves his dreams and so much more. And I just think that that's an inspiration to children to just not give up on their dreams and just to follow them no matter what trials they face. And some of the quotes and pictures I chose to reiterate that. The pictures, one thing really neat about the story is these pencil sketches from Brian Schultznick. He combines words and pictures to create this movie-like narrative. So there are words, but there's also equally as many pictures of pencil sketches, and the pictures come together to create almost like little movies to help tell the story. And I just thought that was so unique on how to take both of those things and create a narrative. And some of the things that I chose to help reiterate my theme was, I'm going to read some of them to you, and it's, once upon a time, I was a boy named Hugo Cabret, and I desperately believed that a broken automaton would save my life. And now that my cocoon has fallen away, and I have emerged as a magician named Professor Alcafrabaz, I can look back and see that I was right. The automaton my father discovered did save me. And this was right at the end of the book where Hugo had finally achieved all of his dreams and more. And this was kind of his reflection on how his dreams, it was his dreams that saved him from all those trials and holding on to his dreams, and he ended up achieving them. And then this one down here is of him and his friend, and they're looking out at the clock, and he tells her, I like to imagine that the world is one big machine. Machines never have any extra parts. They have the exact number and type of parts they need. So I figure if the entire world is a big machine, and I have to be here for some reason, and that means you have to be here for some reason too. And I really like that quote because it gives students a sense of meaning or a reason that they're here, and I love that quote. But some of the other ones, and Hugo was a clockmaker like his father, so that's why he's big into clocks, and that's why they're staring up out at the clock, because he was the clock keeper at the train station. And this one is the automaton that he's working on to finish since his father has died. And this is the picture that the automaton drew. And it comes to the end of the story, and it ends up having a much deeper meaning than just a picture. This is a picture of the family he got, George and his goddaughter. And the quote I chose to go with that, I address you all tonight for who you truly are, wizards, mermaids, travelers, adventurers, and magicians. You are the true dreamers. And I chose that to go with this is because his family, his new family that took him in, was the reason he was able to achieve his dream as a magician. And down here, we have George, which is one of the main characters, telling this boy, if you ever wondered where your dreams come from when you go to sleep at night, just look around. This is where they are made. And I just thought that that was really appropriate to help reiterate follow your dreams. And for the activity, there's a little box down here under the follow your dreams picture, and it has a little place where you can insert cards. And I will pass out these little clouds, and it says, "What is your dream?" on it. And as an example, I wrote on mine, it says to become an elementary teacher. And I'll just invite the students to really think about something that is their dream of doing or becoming, and write it on the cloud, and I'll call them up by their tables to come put them in the box. And then for the closure, I would start talking about how dreams are, the importance of setting dreams and what they mean. And I would retell them after reading the story, tell them the story of Hugo and how he faced all these trials, and most people would have thought he would have given up. He was so young. Why would he try to achieve his dreams? But in the end, even though all those trials came, he did achieve his dreams, and he gained a new family, and it was just more than he could have dreamed of. And that's why it's so important to set dreams and to follow those dreams. And then I would tell them about my story and my dream, and I do want to become an elementary teacher, but it has not always just been so easy for me. I was first in nursing school, and I thought that that was what I wanted to be. 2 years later, I dropped out of the program and had to start like I was a freshman in the education program, but here I am, no matter the trials I face. I got married into that, I moved twice, it's been all kinds of crazy things, and I'm still headed towards my path of becoming an elementary teacher. And so I really, really, really enjoyed this book. I also have a picture of the title down here, or the front of the book, and the citation for the book down there. But I really, really enjoyed this book so much. It's definitely become one of my favorites, and I just hope that anyone who gets a chance to read it reads it, and that it also inspires them to follow their dreams. Thank you.